Good morning, guys. Today we are going to do some blueberry picking. This is early blueberry picking because if you're looking for cultivated blueberries, those would be the seasons like end of July. But wild blueberries, which is what we're going to be picking this morning, is in season, and it's July 3rd. It's a big weekend on Sand Pond, so we got a lot to do. Let's get after it. If you're new to this channel, my name is Michael Patterson. My family and I are trying to build a campground on 113 acres in Sanford, Maine. We're about 25 minutes to the seacoast. So if you want to learn everything that we go through when trying to get this campground approved, click subscribe, tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know when we post another video. You can see them in there. They look awesome. So let's see if we can get a few picked to amount to something. It's going to take us a little while, but it'll be fun. And if you're camping, they're great for pancakes. All right, so wild blueberries pretty much grow almost everywhere on our property. I cleared a lot of this land, just the ground cover. You can see it's all growing back even thicker. And before I did that, the blueberries were growing and it didn't really hurt them. They seem to be all growing back. All right, guys, headed back to the side-by-side. Still plenty of blueberries out here, but they will pass season in a week or so. But I got more than enough blueberries to use as I plan to, which is to make blueberry pancakes. All right, before we head back to the house, I'm going to head down to the other end of the property where I've got a game camera set up to try to spot some wild animals. So I'm going to go pick up the chip and bring it back to the house with me and see if we found any cool new animals. Saw a porcupine the other day in a tree. That was pretty wild. I was with my daughters. We were cruising around the property. I should also let you know that we are, for those of you who don't like to bend over a lot, we do have high bush blueberries. Those are generally near, closer to the swamp or closer to the water if you head down to the pond. And those will ripen a little bit later in the season, about the time of cultivated blueberries. We also have blackberries on the property. If you ask me about those, I can tell you where they are. And don't forget, we planted some cherries the other day, so we're going to have cherries. That's going to be pretty cool. We do have on the property some mushrooms too. You know, some locals like to go looking for mushrooms on the property, and just be careful. There are apps you can put on your phone, which are a good idea if you want to identify something that looks a little dark for a blueberry. That would probably be a huckleberry. Those are edible too, not as sweet, but not nasty if you want to try a huckleberry. And those apps can help you identify edible mushrooms as well. We also have different types of ferns on the property. We've got a bracken fern. Let's see if I can find a bracken fern. There you go. There's a bracken fern right there. And the other types of ferns that we have that are edible is the cinnamon fern. Not the ostrich fern, which is a little bit more popular, but the cinnamon fern is still edible, and I'll be making a video on those and posting it probably in the spring. So if that's the kind of camping that you're into, you want to learn about, you want to expose your children to, that's the kind of stuff that you're going to find at the campground my wife and I and our family are trying to develop. Of course, you're welcome to cruise all these trails on the property. I'll probably create a few more because deep in the center of the woods, there isn't so many trails. And I'll make sure I have maps available for people that want to learn or just go for a walk and check out the property. Good time to see animals is at dusk. So just before sunset or right at sunset, you'll see deer on the property pretty consistently. There are other animals. I mentioned the porcupine earlier. There are rabbits, and you'll see owls and ospreys, which I think is pretty cool. In the spring, or early spring, late winter, we have a lot of maple trees. So we tap the trees for maple syrup. If that's something you're interested in or learning more about, you can contact us about that as well. Let's get those blueberries cooked up. If you found the video informative and you'd like to learn more about the progress and the things that we're working on, click subscribe, tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know when we post another video. See you next time.